Fine. Thank you for asking. I think that big thunder that we heard earlier today kind of freaked her out a little bit, but it also freaked out the dog and it freaked me out. So I think we're all going to be okay though. So it's all good. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is how today is going to work. As of the last time I looked, I have Alex C., Ruby, Jaylene, Crystal, Maria, Elizabeth, Azio, Maya, Umberto, and Martha, who have all turned in the podcast. So those of you whose names I just called, that 10 or so of you who turned it in already, I'm going to be working with you in a small group. So the rest of you, what's going to happen is I'm going to put you in a breakout room today by yourself. So that means you don't have to worry about talking to other people, because I know that's not your thing. And you don't have to worry about sharing your stuff with other people, because I know that's not your thing either. All you're going to do today is in your breakout room by yourself is use that time to work on whatever assignment you have not yet turned in. So just a reminder for those of you who are super behind, the Ed Puzzles from Unit 3 will close today. And the Jackson's Policies assignment will close on Friday. So if you haven't turned those things in, they need to get done so that you no longer have those missing assignments. So again, in a moment, I'm going to put everyone except for a small group into a breakout room where you will be tasked with working by yourself in that room by yourself on whatever assignment you are on right now. Okay. So I'm going to say your name one more time, because the easiest thing for me to do is to put everyone in a room by themselves, and then the people that I need to come back to leave their room. So Alex, Ruby, Jaylene, Crystal, Maria, Elizabeth, Azil, Maya, sorry about that, Maya, Umberto, and Martha. You 10 people, if you get put into a breakout room today, then what you're going to do is leave that breakout room and come back to me. So again, Alex C., Ruby, Jaylene, Crystal, Maria, Elizabeth, Azil, Maya, Umberto, and Martha. If you get put into a breakout room, please come back and join me in here so we can have some time together. The rest of you are going to use your time to work on whatever assignment you're on right now. At 11:15, all the breakout rooms are going to close, and we're going to come back here and do attendance too. So that's what's going to happen at 11:15. You guys, please work on your stuff, because you're falling behind and the semester's only just begun. Okay. So I'm going to put everybody in your breakout room. Again, if I called your name, please make sure that if you get sent into a breakout room, you leave and come back so that we can work together. Everyone else, what you are doing is working on your assignments, getting caught up so that you are not behind. Thanks, guys. It's so nice to see you. I know you're probably not excited to work with me alone, but I'm excited to work with you. So let's see. We have Alex, Azil, Crystal, Elizabeth, Umberto, Jaylene, Maria. Were you on my list? You were on my list. Hi. Martha, Maya, and Ruby. Hi, guys. First of all, the first thing I want to say is how much I appreciate you for getting your stuff turned in, for staying up to date. I like it. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Hold on one second. We're going to get started in a minute. Hold on. I got to get somebody in here and then put him in a room all by himself. Hi and bye, Noah. All right. So guys, what we're going to do today is, yes, the assignment that's posted on Canvas right now is not open, but us as a group, we're going to work on this assignment together. And then you can take what we have learned and apply it to when you work on the assignment by yourself. So it's not open yet, but it will be open. Oh my goodness. It will be open at the end of this class period. So because of that, it's not due until Friday, because, I'm not opening it at the beginning of class. I'm opening it at the end. So it's not going to be due until then. So this is what I'm hoping that we can get done today. What I'd like to do is have a conversation. Why am I doing this? Well, first of all, I miss talking to you guys. I never really do it because nobody's really at the same level. People are working on different things at different times. And so it's hard to have a conversation. And we're also getting into the time period of history that I, as a historian, really enjoy. I enjoy this part of it. I enjoy talking about Westward Movement and what happened and how America was shaped during that time. Westward Movement and Manifest Destiny is what's going to lead us into the Civil War, which is my absolute favorite time period to discuss. And so I missed these discussions. So I really wanted to do something with you guys that hopefully would spark conversation about the stuff that we've been learning. The American Revolution, cool and all and great. We got our independence from Britain. Woohoo, go team. But really this stuff, now that we're a nation, the things that we did as a new nation have an impact on us even today. And so that's why this is the stuff I enjoy talking about. So what do I expect from you? You guys have the chat open. I'm going to make sure it's set to talk to everybody. So you can respond to me in the chat. You guys have the ability to unmute yourselves. So if you want to unmute yourself and speak out loud, because that's something that we never do, I'm encouraging that during this time. Obviously, I want us to be respectful of each other and listen to each other. There might be a lag, and that's okay. We're all going through it, especially with that crazy, crazy thunder from this morning. I don't know if you guys heard it, but I freaked out and it was a little silly. So, it might be playing with our Wi-Fi today, but I think that we're all going to be respectful of each other. All right. So can we do that? Yay or nay? You can respond either by chatting, or you can respond by, like if it's a yes or no, you can give me the red or the green in your participation. But I'm really hoping to hear from some of you today so we can have a conversation that we never get to have. So your slides look almost exactly like the slide that you have in front of you. So the pieces that are not going to be in your slide, I'll let you know, but it does start very much the same. There's our picture of our spirit. It's the one that everybody knows and loves. Whenever you hear about or think of Manifest Destiny now and into the future, this is going to be the painting that you will see. So what I'm hoping that you are able to do is answer our questions. How justifiable is the growth of United States territory? What is the most important consequence of westward expansion? And consequence isn't always good, and it's not always bad. I want you to understand that westward movement is the story of the acquisition, exploration, and settlement of the Trans-Mississippi West, from the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, which is where we'll start today, to the admission of California as a state in 1850. This period was marked by a strong spirit of nationalism, so we were really proud to be a nation. As Americans moved westward in search of economic opportunity, abundant natural resources, and for some, religious freedom. So when you guys had that activity where you looked at the different reasons why people moved, not much has really changed, right? People who were looking for economic opportunities or jobs back then, they're doing the same thing now. Okay, people who were looking to find a place where they could get land, that's what people are doing now. Okay, people who wanted more freedom, they were doing that then. Mostly it was religious freedom. That's a lot of what they're doing now. Okay, so there's definitely a parallel between then and now, between the reasons why people migrate. So what you're going to be doing is creating hashtag summaries, and you're going to find an image that retells the impact and legacy of Manifest Destiny. I've talked way too much already, so I want you guys to start helping me out. We've done a few different activities with Manifest Destiny. So either in the chat or by unmuting yourself, what have you learned so far about Manifest Destiny? When you hear Manifest Destiny, what words, phrases, ideas come to mind? Anybody? You can unmute, you can start yapping, you can type it in the chat, but let's get going. Manifest Destiny. Am I talking to myself? Manifest Destiny. Anyone? Do we know anything about Manifest Destiny? Did we learn anything about it? Hello. Tribes moving to different locations. Thank you, Maria. What else? Anything else? What is Manifest Destiny? Do we know? Because if we don't, that's okay. That's what this is about. Technology advancement for settlers. Thank you. Are those two ideas, Ruby, or one together? Just one. Okay. Technology advancement for settlers. Presidents taking away Native Americans' land because white settlers want it and think they are invisible, meaning, and I just want you to clarify for me, Jaylene. Invisible meaning they think the natives are invisible, like they're pretending like they're not there. Is that what you mean? Or do you mean invincible? Like the white settlers think that they are unstoppable. They think they are inferior and think they are. I'm going to use invisible, inferior. Nice job, ladies. Thank you, Maria, Ruby, and Jaylene. Maybe some of our other people will speak up. So that's a pretty good idea of what Manifest Destiny is so far. So what we're doing is we're creating hashtags, right? What are hashtags? Does anybody know what a hashtag is? You can give me the red or the green. You can type yes or no. You can unmute and tell me if you know what a hashtag is. Martha does not know what a hashtag is. She's not the only one. The last period, most people didn't know what a hashtag was. Okay, if I do this, hashtag teacher life, how about that? Hashtag thunder and lightning. How about now? Do we know what a hashtag is? When might we see a hashtag? Where might we see a hashtag? When or where? When or where? Twitter, social media. Exactly. Twitter, social media. Exactly. Why does Instagram, why does an Instagram influencer, as they're called now, why do they use a hashtag? Any ideas why they use it? Why do we use a hashtag? To summarize the post in a short phrase, okay? Relate to the topic they're talking about. Perfect. To summarize relate to a topic. And when you do a hashtag on something, a brief understanding of what they're posting, that's great, Martha. When you hashtag something, like if I, as a teacher, if I had a teacher Instagram, which I don't, so don't go looking. If I had a teacher Instagram and I typed hashtag teacher life, what now happens to the post that I have hashtagged? Gain more attraction. Perfect. Are you going to type for me today, sir? Get more views. More views. More attraction. Exactly. Okay. So you're narrowing the main idea of your post in 2 or 3 words to try to get more people to pay attention, right? It shows up on the For You page, the Discovery page. What else do they call it? The Explore page, right? So if I want someone who maybe doesn't know me, but is also a teacher and wants to learn about what other teachers do in their classroom, they're going to go to the Discover page and they're going to type in hashtag teacher life, and it's going to show them all the posts that are tagged with that same hashtag. Okay. So it's kind of a similar idea. It's kind of as if social media were in the 1800s and you are Olive Oatman with your family and you have an Instagram in the 1800s, which is absolutely crazy, I know, but let's just pretend. Let's put on our kindergarten pretend caps for a second. You are in the 1800s traveling with your family, and you want your family, other people in the world, to know what your family is doing on this journey, right? So you're going to hashtag it that train life, or you're going to hashtag it moving west, or you're going to hashtag it. So anything that you can hashtag to get people to pay attention without having to read some big old long sentence, they know when they go to your page, this is what they should be seeing. Okay. So that's kind of the idea of what we are doing in this activity. So each slide has these 6 boxes. Your slides won't have this, so you don't have to do this piece again. Okay, this is just for us, but your slides will have this. Okay, so on each slide are these 6 boxes, and these 6 boxes are where you are going to type your hashtags, your summaries of what you've just read. Okay. When you're working by yourself, you'll see down at the bottom or somewhere on the page is one of the purple buttons. That button you can click to listen to me read it to you. If you just can't get enough of my voice and you need to hear more of it, you can click on that button and it will take you to audio so you can hear. Okay. So let's do one together in hopes that when you do this on your own, you'll have a better idea of how to complete this assignment. Okay. Before I start reading, because I've already read this 4 times now, do I have anybody who wants to read, who has this burning desire to read for us about the Louisiana Purchase? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? I'm going to go in 5. Otherwise, you're just going to listen to my voice in the rain. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm not going to push it. A new era of the U.S. began in 1803 with the Louisiana Purchase. This deal was made by President Thomas Jefferson. The U.S. bought about 828,000 square miles of land from the French. They paid about $15 million. It doubled the size of the United States. The territory stretched from the city of New Orleans in the south to the Rocky Mountains in the north. It went from the Mississippi River in the east to the Rocky Mountains in the west. Okay, so before we get into the hashtags, let's talk a little bit about this. There is the mistake that most textbooks make, that the U.S. government paid $15 million to the French, and then now they own all of this land. But that's not the case. Instead, what happened was they paid the French $15 million to control the land. Now, all they did was control the land because who lived there already? It wasn't the French. The French didn't live in this land. Who lived in that land already? Natives, Native Americans. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Maya. Native Americans lived there already. So it wasn't really France's land to give, but they did have control over that land because they had won it from different wars. And so that control was given up to the United States for that small little price of $15 million. So what's $15 million? $15 million today doesn't even buy Kanye West and Kim Ye's whatever house, right? They paid like $40 million for their house. And yet the United States paid $15 million. And look at all that land that they got. All of this white area right here, that's the land that they got control over. Now, that was in 1803. Over time, what they had to do was then get the land from the Native Americans. So they would either pay the tribes, that was rare, or they just went in and took the land. Just like we saw with the Trail of Tears, they said, hey, we want Georgia for ourselves. And so they went in and they took it. Okay. Any thoughts on that? How are we feeling about something like that? Because they didn't just do it to the Native Americans. Anybody know who else they did it to? Not just natives. They did it in Florida, where the Spanish lived. Okay. Now think about if I present this. Okay. Here's some of that land that we got, this white land right here. This white land is pretty close to what country? Is it close to Canada? Well, Texas is a state. So let me take it further. Mexico, right? So where the Native Americans lived in a lot of that central California, Mexicans from Mexico lived in a lot of this land down in the South. So not only were they taking land away from the Native Americans, they were also taking the land away from the Mexicans who were living there as well. So it was kind of a raw deal for a lot of people, but not really for the United States, because now they're going to grow. Now, as it says in that second bullet point, they're going to double in size. And yes, that's true, Maria. In the North, we have a lot of Canadians, which also has its own group of Native American tribes that live on that land that the United States is eventually going to take over. Okay, so let's look at our hashtags. We can go for the obvious, right? We can go for the obvious Louisiana Purchase. That's an obvious hashtag, right? What's another obvious hashtag that we can take out of these 2 bullet points? Something that just comes straight from the reading and kind of describes what we've just learned from this. Hashtag Thomas Jefferson. We can do that. Make sure, Maria, when you do your hashtag, that you do not put any spaces. Jaylene, United States in control. There we go. Also, make sure that you capitalize the first letter of every word. Even if it's a little word like in, make sure you capitalize it. Okay. Who else was involved in this? It wasn't just the United States and Thomas Jefferson. Who else was involved in this? Who'd they get the land from? Who'd they get control from? Hashtag the French. Exactly. Now, these are kind of our obvious ones. Now I want to think of outside the box. So an outside of the box hashtag that people who were looking for something similar, and I would surprise them with my post. A lot for a little. What does that mean? Why would I put that? Why would I use that hashtag? A lot for a little. A lot for a little. What would that mean? Anyone? What did they get a lot of? They bought 828 million square miles for a cheap price. Exactly, Alexander. You get a lot for a small amount. Exactly. They doubled their size. They paid a little bit of money and they got all of that control. They doubled their size for $15 million. Now, I know what some of you might be wondering is what is $15 million today in 2021? Today in 2021, $15 million would be $347 million. And here's the thing. That's 1/3 of the amount of money that Jeff Bezos has. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, these are billionaires, billionaires. And the United States paid less money than they would pay for doubling their size. I mean, that's a huge thing to think about. All right. So what you are going to do, actually, we have one more. You guys tell me one more that we can do that's an outside of the box and not exactly right there, but still explains what we just learned. One more hashtag. We need one more hashtag, something out of the box, something that's not right there, but still helps understand what we just read. Any thoughts? My territory. What do you mean by that, Umberto? What does my territory mean? United States expanding. I like that. Who's the my in my territory, Umberto? That's what I want to know. Because I think it's a good one. The US, my territory. I'm going to add understanding to this. Okay. Any other thoughts? Any other hashtags that we can do? And I'm just going to make this smaller because that's how I roll. So today, when you are doing this assignment, again, it will open up at the end of the class period today. It's not due until Friday. When you do this assignment, you'll be doing the same thing, okay? All of the sections are short. They're 2, maybe 3 bullet points. That's it. And you're just creating hashtags to help show me that you understand. Again, make sure you remember to capitalize each word. So the first letter of every word should be capitalized. And I love that. I'm going to add that, Ms. Brito. So we have hashtag United States for native control. United States for native control. So I'm actually going to do this, if this is all right to you, Jaylene. Over natives. Do you see why I changed that, Jaylene? The way that you had it before means when you read it, it sounds like the United States supports natives being in control. But do you think that was really the case? No, right? So I switched it because I thought that it was a good idea. It just needed a little bit of tweaking so that it's more about the fact, because I hope that this is what you were saying. If I changed it incorrectly, please let me know. But the United States support controlling the natives. Is that what you were trying to say, or were you trying to say it the other way? Okay, perfect. All right, you guys. So today it's going to be there for you, opened up. It's going to be due on Friday. I didn't have enough time to go over that last slide with you. So if you have questions about the last slide, please ask. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Please stick around. It is 11:14, so I'm going to let everybody else in, and then I'll give you guys the attendance activity for the end of the class period. Thanks so much for participating today, you guys. I know it was hard because we don't do this naturally, but I do enjoy these conversations with you. And so I do enjoy having you guys interact with me because I miss it. I miss it a whole bunch. All right, let's let these guys in. You guys sit tight. All right, guys, if you're with me again, can you have your camera on so I know that you are still here? Again, if you are with me, now it is 11:16, so I would like to get you guys going for the day. So if you're here, please make sure that your camera is on so I know that you are here. Christian, I need your camera. Tyler, I need your camera. Jason, I need your camera. A reminder that tomorrow is a minimum day. Robert, I need your camera, please. Jesse, camera. Tomorrow is a minimum day. I appreciate all of you because 99.9% of you showed up on time. So I appreciate that. Thank you. And then again, to my group today, thank you so much for participating. I know it's not something we do often, but I do appreciate having you guys and doing that small group discussion. All right. Tomorrow, minimum day, 10:40. Your link is in the window. Hold on one second. Your link is in the window. There we go. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you. Bye, Ashley. See you period 6, honey. Bye, Amberly. See you period 6. Bye, Jaylene. Thank you for participating today. Bye, Eduardo. Have a good day. Bye, Maya. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye, Martha. Thank you. Bye, Samantha.